The object of Taxi Chronicles is to allow real riders with real stories, share their experience and enhance your life. So sit back and enjoy the journey. Or I'm getting up, I'm going to go and chase pirates for 5 years. Or I'm going to I'm going to sell the house and go and relocate somewhere. You can't do those things. And I think that's given me some really valuable life experience that I pray that I can share with other people.
But do you think if you had a family, your priorities would have changed?
You
wouldn't have felt the need to go and do those things, i.e. sell your house and go and fight a war?
Yeah, probably
but you
not.
probably wouldn't have learned what you've learned
I wouldn't have learned because I really appreciate my life experience.
Yeah, same here.
I really appreciate it. It's not just they
weren't holidays.
Yeah,
you
You just learn so much better when you're out there. You just learn so much. You see so much that's going on, and
you meet people and you just
So you prefer?
I can
experience over family, over raising a family. For me, nah, I would
but I
prefer
don't
to have a family.
You know what?
That's it, raise a family.
I probably would have said, I wish I could have done everything later. So I'd done everything first, like the military, traveling the world, working on ships, all that thing, and then mid-30s then say, okay, I'm going to settle. Okay. But what I find is a big issue for me is lack of guidance from a guardian, whether it's a parent, obviously I'm the oldest child, or an uncle and aunt, something like that, because once you have guidance about family structure and how things are done, I see with my cousins, younger cousins, it's very simple, very black and white. But I also look at them and I think, I'm happy that they're happy, but your life is very, very boring compared to mine. You will never have the stories that I had. And I remember Leroy? I spoke to Leroy one time. I bumped into him at his mum's house. And I was talking, telling him stuff I've done. And he said, but that's not for me. I've got my kids and I'm married. He said, he's not married, but he knew straight away that I can't. He said, I can't do that.
Yeah. So those things predicament are two totally different value systems.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I do value family, though. So it's not that I don't value family. It's just I think I should have done it.
Yeah, but you value family on terms that really sort of suits you, because when you're thinking about family, they've got to be just as happy as you in the same space.
True. And this is why I said if I could do it all again, I'd have got all of that thing out the way before I started to have children. Do you see what I mean?
Or I mean, the world is. I mean, you're going back 20 years, so or you could have been, because I have a cousin that kind of lives that life, but as a family they move together as a unit.
I was going to say that I could have.
But that's not easy though. That's a lot tougher.
Yeah, I could have moved with the family, but the jobs I do, they're high risk and they're dangerous jobs. So I can't bring them on the ships chasing pirates. I can't bring them to fight the Taliban with me.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So because of that, it's get all that out of the way and then start having kids, and have kids when you more know yourself. Because I didn't really know myself.
Yeah, and we always kind of like we're conditioned to think that it was more, predominantly about money. But it's like even if you don't have the money, you find a way of getting it when you have this child anyway. So it's like you might hold back because you don't feel like you're financially prepared at the time. When really and truly,
you find a way. You
find a way, because I'm sure everyone had less money then, and it's still okay. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's like, you know, it's how it is then to how it is now. You could have done it a lot sooner, and it wouldn't be that much different.
Yeah, I think if I had that family structure, things would have been so much different for me. If I had that.
But you say you value family, but it's like valuing family is one thing, but there's some people that value family in the sense that they're around them all the time and they like being around them. Especially, you know, like in my mum's house, like I was saying to you, Michael, you know, on her birthday in her house in Ghana, I thought about it on her birthday. I was just thinking, wow, there's 4 generations under this roof. You know, there's my mum at the top, and then there's a 2-year-old running around.
You know, yeah, it's a funny thing. There used to be 6 generations alive in my family.
Right.
Now there's 5. And I was
That's
at my
fine.
grand's house the other day. It was her birthday.
Mm.
And there's I'm not sure if any of you been to my grand's house, but it's a big house.
Mm.
You can fit 3 cars on the drive.
6 generations.
It's
Wow.
about 4 or 5 bedrooms,
Mm.
and it's got a big garden. The garden's probably from that lamppost to here,
Okay.
and it's got a patio thing as well. And everywhere was full. Every room was full. The garden was full. The side thing was full. So you've got a side to get from the front garden to the side. And what occurred to me, I looked at this. I did a vlog about this. I said, my gran come here in the late 50s, early 60s with her husband, my granddad. They had 10 kids in all. Some have died. They've dealt with trauma. They dealt with racism. They had some kids born in England and some kids born in Jamaica. So they brought those kids over. She brought her sister over, sorted out getting her sister over, and all of that. Then she sorted out getting other siblings to America and Canada to live. Yeah. And she used to work 3 jobs and walk in the snow. Now she's got a fully paid house for, and there's 5 generations alive. And she never once complained about mental health. And my slogan for that vlog is, they don't make them like they used to.
Spot on.
Because you think about that.
Yeah, but everyone's...
Everyone's
different. It's like,
No.
What
It's not,
do
no,
you think,
it's
man?
not everyone's different. He's talking about the times have changed. That's what you really mean.
Is that what you're saying, sir?
To me, that's
my thing overall is just that they
he's trying to
don't
make it like they used to.
No, but you're saying that. But
No,
you've made that
he-
statement.
no,
and
but
he
he just
hasn't agreed with you.
But he said
That
they
means
don't
he's saying
make it
something
like they
different.
don't make it like they're used to. So we're talking about the
Yeah,
time.
so what does that mean?
I'm analysing what Humphrey said there. What just to explain on what I'm saying is that when I say they don't make them as they used to, there's a saying that goes, hard times create a tough nation. Yeah, a tough nation creates good times. Good times create a weak nation. Yeah, and then a weak nation creates hard times, and hard times.
Same
It's a
thing about
cycle.
fathering.
Yeah. So what my thing is there is, yeah, they don't make them like they used to in the sense thing, but I know in 2 or 3 generations time, it will
come
go
around
bound again. And I can acknowledge the truth is, yeah, you do have the young generation who are always banging on about mental health because that's one that they're told. But remember, it's not throughout the world. It's
So
just
in
throughout
certain-
these Western countries.
Yeah.
And it's all about your feelings. And do you know the strongest time with this country, they do all these statistics, they had strongest mental health was during the Second World War, during the Blitz. Because everybody knew what mattered. It was a war effort to stay alive and defeat the Germans. So all the little other things that I feel like this today went out the window.
Yeah,
Wasn't relevant.
Yeah.
And everybody was on the same page, and that's the time when this country's had the most strongest mental health. Now you've got all these gadgets and these luxuries, and the wars that are fought are nothing to do with us. Here, people worry about stupid things.
I remember there's when I used to play football, these guys, and there's quite a few of them from Ghana, and there's one particular guy, and I think he was a chef at the time. He's the one that his story kind of made me. He's the one that kind of triggered me to go into chefing. But he said, you know what? I didn't know about this depression thing till I came to this country. It came as as an adult. He must have been maybe in his late 20s, early 30s. And he said, and he's probably only been in the country less than 10 years. He said, I feel this way, I feel that way. What is this depression thing? We don't have this in Ghana. I said, well, welcome to the...
But you know why? Because in many countries where it's hot, in the southern hemisphere, let's say, it's all about community.
Yeah.
And lots of things are outdoors, community, you're drinking with your friends, you're enjoying life.
Right. And this,
all these things.
And that's what back to my comment about feeling at home. And I don't feel like I'm at home when I'm here because I can't do that here. I can, but
it's not the same.
It's not the same. Right? It's not the same. So I can't just knock on my neighbour's door and start talking X, Y, and Z because I'm going to be aware of how they perceive me because they're not my kind. You see what I'm saying? The only people I can really kind of talk to here are the ones that are my kind. The only person that even used their initiative to pick up my mail was the only other black person in this building. And these are the small, minute reminders. You see what I'm saying? They're not serious issues at all. But it's like, if you want to be at home, go home. Go home. Simple as that. You know? So, you know. But anyway.
Well, it's been good talking to you, mate.
Yeah, no, it's been splendid, mate. Thanks again for lunch. Thanks for the ride, man.
We hope that episode enhanced your life. We post an interview every day as well as vlogging on our social media channels. Don't forget to subscribe to get our latest episode.